We are back taking care of business on Saturday mornings on WHP 580. Michael Parks, along with the rest of the Saturday morning crew, taking care of business, taking care of our local businesses and organizations. And these folks have been with us from the start. They are good friends at CPRS Physical Therapy. And today we are on location at Maguire's Ford in Duncannon. And we're going to be talking about their occupational health and the services that CPRS offers to the employees, in this particular case at Maguire's Ford, to keep them healthy and rolling and on the job, and also not only doing that, but also a lot happier with a lot of the work that they do. So first of all, joining us is Fran Kirk from CPRS. For some of the listeners, we get new listeners all the time. Tell us a little bit about CPRS.
Sure. CPRS was founded in 1983 in Millersburg, PA, and since 1983 we've grown to 26 locations all throughout Central PA. We are in 7 counties, and so we're just continuing to provide physical therapy services, wellness, occupational health, and sports medicine.
Yeah, when last time we were talking with the guys at the athletic trainers, we always think about CPRS. I'm a client and a patient at CPRS Physical Therapy, and we talked about this briefly, and we said, wow, this would be a great idea to learn more about how they're helping area businesses. And it was great that you're able to come up here to Maguire's Ford, and we're going to be talking with Brian Matasevic. And in fact, introduce Brian and what his job here is at Maguire's Ford.
Sure. Brian started about over a year ago with CPRS. He's an athletic trainer and an exercise physiologist, and he's kind of heading up our occupational health and industrial services, and that's a new arena for us. We've been doing it for a long time, since 1999. We just haven't promoted it, and so we have Brian here on board who's doing a fantastic job and has kind of taken over with our first contract at Maguire's Ford. Yeah.
Now, some of the other places, approximately how many places are you offering the occupational health and services?
So currently we're working with Maguire's Ford, but we're also in a variety of other industries. We're at a custom cabinetry in Lancaster County, but we've been kind of all over. We've been to M&N Mars. We've been to a variety of different locations, Upper Dauphin area with MI Industries. So yeah, a variety of different things.
And the whole purpose of this, when you talk about these occupational health and wellness services, it's basically, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's basically making sure that the employees are able to do their job and stay healthy?
Yeah, so we have a variety of different programs that we offer, and it really just depends on what the employer is looking for. Here at Maguire's Ford, they were looking for a wellness program, but we can do a variety of different things, from ergonomics to providing physical therapy on site to doing a pre-hire employment screen. We can do stretching programs. We can do lunch and learns. It really just depends on what the employer is looking for.
All right. Hey, Brian, again, your background, we always love to find out about, the people that we interview, how you got into this business and why it's become your passion. Just tell us a little bit about how you got into physical therapy in this area.
Well, actually, I had a athletic trainer teacher in high school. Mark French. He's actually died from ALS, but he was my main inspiration to going into athletic training once I took his class in high school. And from there, I went to college at IUP, got my degree in athletic training, and then got hooked up with the wonderful people at CPRS, doing athletic training work for them for a couple years now. And then it so happened that this opportunity was available. And I really do enjoy the aspect of helping people, making workout programs and helping them in any way to reach their fitness goals. So it just seemed like perfect timing for me to come in when this job was available.
Yeah, we talk about some of the things when we talked about the occupational health, especially when there comes to businesses where you're doing the same thing, the monotonous things all the time, and obviously that wears on you, the parts of the body, be it the wrist, the arm, the shoulder, and then all of a sudden that leads to downtime, and then of course cost the company money when it comes down to, because they have this downtime. So primarily, how often are you up here, and maybe just let's go through a day in Brian's life up here at Maguire's Ford?
A day in my life here at Maguire's Ford is I usually try and start pretty early in the morning. What I do is I come by at least once a week, if not more, depending on what they need. And what I do is I go around, and even if people aren't due for assessments, I come in and check in with them, see how they're feeling each from day to day, how their workouts are going, if there's anything new that they need to tell me that I can help them out with. So talk to everybody throughout the day, and then I'm also doing fitness assessments, once a month just to check up on their programs and see how they're doing and if we need to make changes to it.
Yeah. So, Fran, when they come up to, say, like Maguire's Ford, when they come to you, obviously this was their choice, and primarily their whole reason was, again, what I thought, is like keeping the employees happy and healthy?
Sure. Yeah. So I think with here at Maguire's Ford, they did biometric screening. So they did some objective testing, and with the insurance company says that they'll charge you higher premiums with poor scores. And so they wanted to adapt a wellness program to kind of help bring those numbers down, which would give them a better premium altogether. So that's kind of one big push for employers to really adapt a wellness program into their own business, is because you can offer your employees a lower premium and discount, which ultimately is better for the employee, and you have reduced workers' comp claims. So that's kind of what they did here. That was their driving force here. They wanted a healthier workforce because ultimately, what the employer wants is they want them to be able to run around with their grandkids when they retire, because this isn't going to be their life. And so the employer is really looking out for them and looking out for their future. And so this is a great thing they've done here at Maguire's Ford.
Yeah. So this was, Brian, was this something totally new to you? But like you mentioned, since you had that kind of background in athletic training, so it was pretty much all the things that you learned how to do primarily before.
Honestly, it was new to me, and our president, Tom Marsilio, really took me under his wing and showing me what to do. I thought it was a very exciting opportunity, and I thought it was a wonderful idea to bring wellness to the employees to create a better life for them after work.
Yeah. Well, and you tell me this, because we have one of the guys here who welcomed this and is loving this, and thanking you for helping him out to improve his life and his lifestyle. But what was the initial reaction from a lot of the employees? I mean, was there some people who just, do all of them have to participate in this? Or?
No, it's completely voluntary. So if they want to participate with it, they can set up an appointment with me, and I'll get them an initial fitness assessment and then build them a program from there on out. Anybody can do it, and wonderfully Maguire's takes care of it for them. But we had a lot of positive reactions coming off. We had some skeptical people as well that have joined, but they're doing better than ever now that they're enrolled in the program and up and moving.
Yeah, you never see, like you see all the weight loss shows and programs, there are always a couple of people who go on there and they say, no, I'm not going to do this. And all of a sudden, when you get over that hump and then you realize how your life can change and a lifestyle can change, then they just welcome it with open arms. Okay, so we are in the shop area here, so that's why you hear the speaker and the stuff and the people working around here. But, when I came up here and I saw you were in the showroom, I don't see like a gym around here or any kind of like fitness equipment or anything. So what do you do, like equipment-wise? So say if one of the employees goes through, what do you have them do? Run around the parking lot? Or?
I have a couple of tools that I use that I can easily fit into a backpack for me. We do push-up tests, just regular squat strength tests. I have a step in here that I bring with me to do step-up tests for cardiovascular. But as far as that, there's no employee gym, but the employees are free to use any of our CPRS wellness facilities along with this program, but I can create them a program for any type of environment, really, whether they don't have a single weight or band with them to a full gym facility. I feel I'm pretty strongly into the body weight stuff, and I feel body weight gets very underestimated. So a lot of people, they just need a good strength program that may not necessarily involve weights or bands.
So primarily, that's where your key comes in. You come in and you meet with some of the people, run them through some evaluations, and primarily what you're thinking is, if I can get them to lose a couple of pounds, and then that will obviously give them more energy and get them more physically fit?
Absolutely. It'll give them more energy. They'll be more fit in general, as well as give them a little bit more confidence to keep going along with it. Really, starting is the hardest part for most people, and once I get them started, they can really run with it.
Now, one of the guys here, one of the employees at Maguire's Ford here in Duncannon, and also the other Maguire's Ford family of dealerships in Hershey and Lebanon, Gordon Eschker is joining us, and Gordon had no problem saying, hey, we're going to do a show about this and talk about the program, and you, my friend, are just welcoming it with open arms. So tell us a little bit about you and your situation and how it has changed your life.
Sure. Well, first of all, I am a strong proponent of CPRS. I think it's a fabulous program, and I'm really excited that our company has taken the opportunity to really jump on board because, let's face it, all of us today are a lot more conscious of our health. If for no other reason than being aware that health is in the news all the time. The Affordable Health Care Act, the rising cost of insurance premiums, the high cost of medical care and medical treatment, all these things are important to us. But I think the best way to really manage your health care cost is to stay healthy. And this program is that type of a program. I like it more than anything that I've done simply because it has not only the discipline of really wanting to do well and to stay healthy, but we get measured pretty much every month. And we have a variety of exercises that we must do, and all of us want to show progress. So the discipline is there for this program. You must stay active and you must stay healthy, and if you're going to show progress, and that's what I really like about it the most.
Yeah. Now your situation. You and I were talking before we started recording. You're 65 years old,
yes.
And your situation is that you work here, but your commute time, you commute, wherever you live, and then to all the 3 dealerships. So you're stuck in the car. Then you come here, so it's not the appropriate way to stay fit and healthy. You needed a little extra booster.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, my time throughout the day, from the time I leave my house, usually, which is a little bit before 6 a.m., to the time that I get home, which is somewhere between 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the evening, that's a long day for a senior citizen. But I can tell you that there is no better way to have a high level of energy in a high-pressure situation than to be healthy and fit. And this program really does put that discipline into your life. And I can tell you that I feel better than I've felt in many, many years. And I love to exercise right now because one of the things that is important to me is to be able to come together with my coach, Brian, and go through the paces and find out that I did better from the last time that he measured my performance. So I love the program for that reason as well.
Well, and the other thing that you mentioned too is that, throughout your entire life, it wasn't you were sedentary or did things, you were active, participated in sports, but still at the same time, it was like this little bit of extra and this little bit of program, really you welcomed it, and you've noticed the difference. Like, tell us like how long and how different you feel.
Well, I think that I have really been exercising all my life. It is true to say that, but there are times that all of us go through sort of like a New Year's resolution type of thing where, we all have great intentions starting off the first of the year. And some of us can get very active for a few weeks, and the next thing you know, the daily, things of life just kind of get in the way, and next thing you know, exercise is deprioritized rather than prioritized. But when you have a program like this, you really have to keep it a priority because you know that you're going to go through measurement periods, and that's what Brian does with us every month. We have to do push-ups, we have to do other strength-related exercises, flexibility, dexterity, range of motion kinds of things. And there's no way to cheat on those measurements. I mean, the only way that you can continue to improve is that you must stay focused and you must stay disciplined. And you got to do the exercise plan that he gives you. And if you don't, he's going to know about it. And the last thing you really want to do is disappoint your coach who really is trying to help you maintain a healthy lifestyle. So I think all those things together is really the testimony of a really valuable program like CPRS. It really does the job, and I think most corporations, if they're really serious about trying to get their arms around health care and health care expenses, they need a program just like this.
All right. Gordon Eschker, Maguire's for. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Gordon more about how he's doing and the rest of the employees, and also talk to Brian about some of the things he's been doing here at Maguire's Ford. And also, as Gordon said, there are so many companies out there with a lot of employees and a lot of employees calling in sick every day, or else they're not happy with what they're doing, don't have enough energy. And this can not only help your bottom line and your productivity at work, but also you have happy employees too. And then, like Fran said, all of us, there's life after work. And when you have a good lifestyle and you're healthy, then you're able to participate and, have fun with the family and the grandkids and so much more. To learn more about the occupational health and wellness facilities and the services at CPRS, go to the website cprsweb.com. And that'll give you a location. Call up any of the locations and they'll be able to set you up and give you more information about it. And of course, you can get all the contact information and hear this interview again on our website at WHP580.com. Click on Air, then Michael Parks. We will continue in a bit. We are taking care of business on Saturday mornings on WHP. Taking care of business Saturday mornings, WHP 580, Michael Parks. We are on location at Maguire's Ford in Duncannon, along with the folks from CPRS Physical Therapy. In this particular case, it's CPRS Occupational Health and Wellness. Their basic job is keeping the employees healthy, happy on the job, and not only there, but also off the job. Again, joining us today is Brian Matasiewicz from CPRS and also Frank Kirk. So, Brian, again, just tell us as we're wrapping things up, what, again, is the program and what can it mean to like a place of business like here at Maguire's Ford?
Well, there's a lot that goes into the program. I mean, I do the fitness assessments, as well as functional screenings and injury screenings. Especially with having mechanics in the program, I think the injury screenings is a very valuable portion of the program that we have here because, I mean, these guys are working on cars all day. They're wrenching. They're in weird positions depending on whether on top or on bottom of cars. And chances are at some point they're going to get injured or they're going to have some aches and discomfort. And being here on a week-to-week basis and checking in with them, if they have something going on, say, hey, I'm getting a little pain in my elbow, I can come up with a plan of what it possibly could be and guide them as how to treat it and exercises to strengthen it and flexibility to get it back into working order so that they're not missing days from work.
Yeah, and you know what? There's so many people out there who will have a job and they'll say, hire a personal trainer and spend all that money. From a company standpoint, having somebody like you guys here from CPRS, you basically are that person. And like you said before, you don't need to have some multi-million-dollar gym at your home or have to join a gym. You can if you want to, but a lot of the programs and the things that you show them how to do, it basically is easy and simple and inexpensive.
It is. I can certainly put together programs for a full-size gym with bands and weights and everything, but I can put a full-body program together for them as well with using nothing but their own body weight. A lot of people can't go out and spend tons of money on the weights. It does get expensive quick, or they just might not have the space for it. And it really helps with being creative in your program design and coming up with new exercises and new ways to keep them interested in working out.
Yeah. And as we wrap things up, Gordon Eschker joining us, one of the guys here at Maguire's Ford, just loves the program, loves what Brian has been doing for him, and loves having him as the coach. And if you were to say anything to your fellow employees or other corporate companies out there about this program, what would it be?
Well, I think one of the problems that all of us in the corporate life experience is when we have a program, we offer it to all of our employees, it's voluntary. We're not making anybody do this, but we encourage them to do it simply because healthy lifestyle is a very important thing, especially for those of us that are getting up in years right now. So I think where people are somewhat skeptical is because they have perhaps a fear of commitment. Yep. And Brian is the type of guy that will help you through that. Yeah. And I think that the hardest thing, and I think he touched on it earlier, is the hardest thing is to make the decision to want to participate. Yeah. Once you make that decision, the coach will help you through it. He's not looking to make great leaps in progress from one week to the next. What he's trying to do is get you to discipline yourself, to exercise regularly, to use your own body weight, to strengthen your muscles, and at the same time, he encourages a healthy lifestyle with healthy diet and so forth. So, I can't say enough about how much this program means to me and to our company. Mm. And I just encourage anyone, if they have been thinking about doing something like this, I think if you make the decision and go forward and do it, 6, 7, 8 months from now, you'll look back and you'll be very glad that you did.
And he's not, from what I get from him, he's not like a drill sergeant. If you come in and messed up, he'll say, drop down and give me 20 and go home. Fran, again, if there's a company out there interested in this, how do they get in touch?
Yeah, so they can call any one of our locations just to get some information. They would get in contact with myself or with Brian or with Tom, our CEO, and we can set up a meeting and just talk about, what they're looking for and the services that we offer and see how we can tailor something to fit their needs.
And again, go to our website because we're going to take a photo here because I want you to see how good Gordon looks at the age of 65. And how the program is doing good for him. He's feeling good. He's looking good, and that's what it's all about, folks. And as much as we talk about it, feeling good about yourself and staying healthy, that's the most important thing that you can do for yourself and also your family. Go to the website cprsweb.com, our website whp580.com. Click on air, then Michael Parks. That'll do it for us for this week. Stick around. Medical Matters up next, followed by the Plant Doctor, and I will talk with you next Saturday morning at 7. I'm Michael Parks, and we are taking care of business on Saturday mornings on WHP.